So for 3.5 decades, I want to help you improve on this instrument. Now, I play fingerstyle in one of my bands, and while you might see a classical guitar behind me that my mom got me when I was a teenager, I'm not a classically trained guitarist. A lot of this just came from standing up and picking up my guitar at home and not having to pick. I get a lot of questions about it, and one of my students asked me about how to get started with it. So you can do the Giuliani's 128 studies for the right hand. I find it kind of tedious, and I wanted to make something that was a little bit more entertaining and motivating to play for some of us. We're going to start with just a C major chord here, and let's just get the basic stuff down before things start working. So this will be phase 0, just getting a nice even tone. Sometimes just getting that for a new technique can be kind of weird. Then we'll start splitting it up. Play it loud, quiet, fast and slow. And then we're going to introduce the 5th by playing the note below the root. So let's do starting to sound like some pretty corny music here. That's totally fine. Let's take a look at the next phase of phase 0, which would be to play both notes with your thumb. And once that starts feeling pretty good, let's try also playing this E minor up on the 7th fret. You got those down, something that nobody really talks about when they say fingerstyle, they don't really talk about this, but strumming with your index finger. And we'll try doing doubles with those. Interchange them. Once you got all of that down, let's make it a little bit more interesting. And we'll do the root, the 5th, and I'm going to add this major 7th, and this C, this B, and the 2nd fret, and then go back to the 5th. So the C will look like. And the E. C there, so the 5th and up 1 fret back. Try all your different techniques. Get comfortable with that at speed, nice and slow, nice and fast, loud, etc. And then we'll move on to actually using your individual fingers, open things up quite a bit. I do think that getting good tone with these other techniques before you start individually picking your fingers is really helpful and not something about which I hear people talk very often. So let's start with just the really basics of this. We're just going to take this a little bit further with our fingers. There's really 4 patterns. This is going to be, I guess, phase 1 would be just in order. I'll go from the thumb to my ring finger, ascending, again try nice and quiet and loud. I think some of the times people really want to play fingerstyle because of the control it allows you, but they don't practice the dynamics, which is a huge part of the control that it allows you. So that was ascending, where we went from our thumb over to our ring finger. Now we're going to go thumb, ring finger, and then back down to the thumb. So descending. Ascending again. descending. Now I'll try the picking again. We can move back and forth between each of these kind of at will and get the feel that we're looking for. This is one of the main things that using your fingers will allow you to do. It gives you a lot more options with something very simple. Maybe not a lot more, but different options. That was phase one. Phase two is going to be to do this in triplets. So we're going to do the same patterns, ascending and descending, but the first note that we play with these three fingers will also play our thumb. Just so you can hear that. It'll make much more sense if that didn't when you actually hear it. Let's try descending. So yeah, those are the first, I guess there are three phases, phase 0 through 2 of fingerstyle, kind of for the modern player, a little bit different than how you would learn it in classical, in like a classical method, but it works great for me, and it is one of the main ways that I play the guitar. Hope you found this helpful and useful. Make sure you like and subscribe if you want to hear more. I'm probably going to do more in this series since I play fingerstyle. There's a lot of other things that you can do with it. So yeah, make sure you like and subscribe so you don't miss out on that. There's a link in the description to my Patreon, which is completely free to join, and it gives you early access to videos like this, exclusive content, and other things like the Guitar Chord Survival Kit, words is hard, that the second edition of which is coming out soon. Cheers.